Excellent. Well, first, I'm Megan Fitzgerald, and I'm the co-founder and chief learning officer at Tinkergarten. And I'm joined by my three explorers, Maeve, Ivy, and Will. And my co-founder and partner in crime is behind the camera, Brian. And we are so excited to welcome, I see our Tinkergarten families out there, our leaders and teammates, and I see some friends that have never come to Tinkergarten Live before and might not even know about Tinkergarten. So welcome, everybody. At Tinkergarten, we help families raise kids that are curious, confident, and capable, all through well-designed outdoor play experiences. So our live sessions are just part of our Tinkergarten at Home program. And if you are part of the program and you're on our mailing list, you got your do-it-yourself activities on Sunday. And we're going to be walking through some of how we've been playing those same ideas this week. So my friends, my explorers, what is this week's way to play is
Obstacle courses.
Obstacle courses. We are going to be looking at obstacles, big, small, and all in between, ways to move our bodies in support of our hidden senses. So when we start out Tinkergarten, we like to warm up our senses. Should we do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So if you haven't been to live before to join us, then you can follow along. I'm going to say each line and move my body, and then Maeve and Ivy and Will do it with you, okay? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. I open my eyes to look around.
I open my eyes to look around.
I tune in my ears to hear some sounds.
I tune in my ears to hear some sounds.
Open noses smell the spring.
Open noses smell the spring.
Warm up our hands to feel everything.
Warm up our hands to feel everything.
Spin in circles. Touch the ground.
Spin in circles. Touch the ground.
Move our muscles and jump around.
Move our muscles and jump around.
Open our mouths to take a taste.
Open our mouths to take a taste.
When we know the tasting's safe.
When we know the tasting's safe.
All right, so we've warmed up our senses. And my friends, what are our most common senses? Do you know?
Eyes, ears,
seeing, hearing,
mouth,
tasting,
feeling,
touch, and
smelling.
But we're gonna, in just a moment, we're gonna talk about two hidden senses. But first, what do we do at the beginning of every Tinkergarten class?
Sing the Come to Tinkergarten
We sing
song.
the Come to Tinkergarten song. So today, first we're gonna start out, and thank you to Hannah Fuller, and her 21-month-old reminded us that we haven't had a chance to sing the Sparrow verse in a long time. And there are a lot of friends out there who are missing that verse. And a lot of us start all of our Tinkergarten classes, when we have classes outside, we start them with the Sparrow verse. So we're gonna start with Sparrow today, and thank you to Hannah and all the friends who wanted to do that. And the way we do it, Ivy, let's move here, is we need our sparrow wings. So if you can find your sparrow wings and just get them warmed up, I'll say the verse and then we can sing it together. And it goes like this. Sparrow, sparrow, time to fly, through the meadow, through the sky. Sparrow, sparrow, time to fly, come to Tinkergarten. Should we try it with the tune?
Mm-hmm.
All right, get your wings ready and you can sing along or you can listen, whatever you like. Ready? Sparrow, sparrow, time to fly, through the meadow, through the sky. Sparrow, sparrow, time to fly, come to Tinkergarten. And the Tinkergarten song and all the words are on our blog as well. So you can listen and you can read more lyrics later. But we also asked our friends on Facebook to let us know which animal they wanted us to do this week in a poll. And the winner was... Elephant. We are going to talk about elephants, and there are so many great things about elephants. Elephants are big and strong, and when they step, it's like we are stomping. They take big steps. They also have wonderful trunks and tusks, and they make a beautiful trumpeting sound. Can anyone make an elephant sound? Plus, elephants are really social. They love friends. And they're kind of like us. When they miss their friends, sometimes they sway. So we're thinking about our elephant friends and thinking about all of you. And we're going to try to sing about elephants. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you get your stomping feet ready and your trumpet ready? Okay, because we're going to use both when we sing about elephants. Okay. So the lyrics go, elephant, elephant, big and strong, Stomp your feet and sound your song. Elephant, elephant, big and strong, come to Tinkergarten. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Elephant, elephant, big and strong, stomp your feet and sound your song. Elephant, elephant, big and strong, come to Tinkergarten. Wonderful. Thank you everybody for voting for elephant. It's such a wonderful animal. Okay, so we talked about our 5 senses, but there are 2 more hidden senses. Does anyone want to know what they are? So for people who love big words, they have big word names. One of them is called proprioception, and the other is called vestibular. So parents, there's lots of great information about them on our blog, but we already kind of know what these are, guys, at My Explorers, because we sang about them. So when we talked about moving our muscles and jumping around, that's proprioception, because we're getting pressure in our muscles and our joints. And when we talked about spinning in circles, let's do it. Spin in circles, bending down or touching the ground, we're practicing that other sense, vestibular, because we're moving our head. So this week is all about play that helps us really use our muscles and our joints, woo, and play that helps us move our head in all different ways. Would you like to play and move your muscles and move your head? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we already told you that we're going to be doing this through super fun obstacle course play. And obstacle courses can be big, they can be small, they can have one obstacle, they can have many obstacles, and they can be really simple or quite complicated. You can add a lot of obstacles and you can use your imagination. But what we'd like to do is show you our favorite obstacles and sort of a checklist we use when we build our obstacle courses. Are you ready? Sound good? And remember, parents, it's more about the destination than the journey. So we put out obstacles and kids have a wonderful way of figuring out how they want to play with them. All right, are you guys ready? Oh, and at the end of every obstacle, we like to ring a bell, just because it's fun and it lets us celebrate that we finished, okay? So first, our friend Ivy is going to help us with one of the things we love to include in our obstacle courses, and that is going over things. So Ivy, do you want to show us how you go over things? You can be, yep. Okay. So Ivy's going over some buckets. Go ahead, Ivy. Ooh, great muscles, woo! And back down again. So we just use chairs and buckets, and we practice our balance, and we go right over things. We have another, besides over, sometimes it's fun to go under, and Will's going to show us that. Hey, Will. You want to come over here, Maeve? Okay, Will.
I'm going to be a mouse.
Will's going to be a mouse. All right, and we used our Nada sheet from 2 weeks ago to make a great under obstacle. And also, Will's going to show us how you can have an obstacle that helps you balance. There you go. We took a board and a big giant block, because that's how Will likes to challenge himself to balance. But you could also use something smaller like a rolling pin or a log, or even a few blocks from your block corner. Just tape them together and use it in the middle to make a scale or a great balancing board. One of our absolute favorite things in nature or in obstacles is called a spiral. And hopefully if we move aside, Ivy, everyone can see the big spiral we made on the ground. We use string for our spiral, but you can use chalk or ribbon or paint or tape to make a beautiful spiral. They're calming shapes and they're quite lovely. So they also help us turn our head and move. So Maeve's going to show us how to move through a spiral. Nice. Look how Maeve's using her muscles and moving her head just by walking through that beautiful spiral. Woohoo! Great job. Excellent. Now babies have obstacles all over because they can use their bodies and gravity to work their muscles and move their heads. So tummy time is just a great obstacle course for a baby. You can also look at the things babies put in their mouths as great obstacles also, because they're using their jaws, which helps with proprioception also. So you can check the links in the comments for a great video about how to safely help babies explore using their mouths. And so just really thinking about letting them mouth so they can learn about the world, but also so they can really activate proprioception. All right, but one of the best ways to make obstacles even more fun is to use our what?
Imagination.
Imaginations. So Ivy, what are we going to imagine is happening by your buckets? Uh-oh.
Fire.
Fire. Suddenly, guys, move over this way. Ivy's buckets are surrounded by hot lava, and Ivy's got to carefully step over the flaming hot lava to be safe. Ivy, are you okay? Oh, she's okay. But quickly she'll have to escape coming down again with the hot lava. Oh my goodness. Now Will is going to go surfing. And we're going to watch Will head out to the open seas and catch a wave. How is it out there, Will?
Fun.
You catching your groove? Excellent. And now Maeve is going to go into a deep, dark cave. So friends, step aside and have Maeve bravely go into her deep, dark cave. What is she going to find in the cave? Maeve, are you nervous?
Not really.
Oh, can you pretend a little bit?
Okay, yes, I'm nervous. I found a bear.
Ah! Quickly run out of the cave, Maeve! Oh my goodness.
Even Maeve run.
Oh, Maeve, come. Oh, Maeve is safe. So adding a little imagination to what we do can make it even more exciting. And actually, one of our favorite things to do is to go on a bear hunt. Do you know that story, going on a bear hunt? Yes. Well, we're going to give you one of the parts of the story that we like to say again and again when we play going on a bear hunt. And we start out by somebody gets to hide our friend bear. And then we all gather and we go through our story. Ivy, ready? The story goes like this. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. And then we go through all kinds of obstacles to get to the bear. And our favorite one is mud. Ooh, thick and oozy mud. So everybody, how would we walk through the imaginary mud? Moving our muscles, looking down at it, looking up. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. If you don't have the book, you can listen to the author, Michael Rosen, read it and watch him read it. And it's a lovely reading. And that can inspire you to create obstacles so that you can hide your own stuffy friend and go on an exciting adventure to find all through obstacles and back again. So there are so many ways to play obstacle course. And we're so excited already by the things that we've seen on our Outdoors All 4 Facebook group. So many great examples, and we encourage you to go and celebrate and share your play this week using hashtag Tinkergarten, hashtag Outdoors All 4. But before we break, I want to just give some shout outs to a few people who've done really wonderful play so far. First, to Kako Kelly. You may not realize it, but you had a great example of a way to blow bubbles. And when we blow bubbles or we use straws, we're using our jaw, and that's proprioception. So that's exciting. We also had Katie Kujala Sarner, whose 6- and 4-year-old did a great job of sticking with their play and developing their own obstacle courses, and that was wonderful. Kate Ice, you used circus music to make this incredible obstacle course footage come to life. That was so fun to see. And Bernadette Marie, it was so exciting to see 2 little ones doing their own obstacle course all by themselves. So keep checking our Outdoors All 4 playgroup for some wonderful examples and just the kind of support and fresh breath that we all need right now and the chance to connect with like-minded families. But most importantly, we wish you a chance to go play. Go play, make your own obstacles, and share them with us with hashtag Tinkergarten and hashtag Outdoors All 4. What do you guys want to say? Go play! Thanks, everybody.
Hashtag one.
Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you online. We'll see you next week, too.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.